Your list of tasks is stacked high and more keeps piling on. How do you finally get moving the needle on your progress with your most meaningful goals? Hi, welcome to the Connect with Sheila podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, self-care strategist, and creator of the Seasons self-care app. I'm committed to helping you reconnect to your purpose, elevate your well-being, and build your version of a happy, successful life. You're listening to a Monday minisode where I share an insight designed to help you live into what lights you up this week. It can be so hard to feel lit up when life is moving at lightning speed and your head is down, you're doing your most highest priorities, and often they're kind of clouding some of the things that maybe are on your heart to do. Those things you're like, ooh, I'll get to that when I'm finished all of these other things. And sometimes that day never comes, or at least it feels that way. So how do you deal with this list of tasks that just keeps getting stacked on top of constantly and actually get moving the needle of progress towards your most meaningful goals? This is something I continue to have a growth edge with, as I have many different aspects of my life where I am reaching different goals, and I have different roles in my life, as I'm sure you do as well, whether you are an elder or caring for elders, whether you are a parent or a partner, whether you're heading a business or you are working on a team to help grow a business. There are just so many things that impact your time. And I want to really highlight a few things that have helped me to really supercharge my action taking. The first thing I want to say is clarity is such a beautiful thing. And clarity, typically in my experience, has come when I'm actually in motion. Now, that can mean a couple of things. It can mean taking messy action and just saying, hey, I want to do this thing. Let's just dive in and let's go. Sometimes I've done that. Very often I've been more active in my mind, but the way that I've gotten moving is physically moving my body, going on a walk, having my phone handy to take voice notes into, like having it in airplane mode, as I usually do when I'm on a walk, unless my kids are out and I want them to be able to reach me. But usually I do have my phone in airplane mode when I'm on a walk, or I don't have it with me at all, because I know that when I'm moving my body, inspiration comes, divine downloads hit, and often the clarity of what is the most important thing that I need to be focusing on will rise to the top. And I do want to have a way of capturing that, because my mind is so active, I can't just rely on it to remember that one particular thing. Sometimes it happens. That's cool, but that's not all the time. And so I invite you to really think about how you can practice getting into motion to get the clarity on the things that you really need to be focusing on. And then when you do that and you set out a plan of kind of prioritizing what these goals are, it starts to get everything out of your mind and onto a paper, onto a plan, onto a Google Doc or something. And it allows you to free up the mental space to actually start looking around your life and enjoying it and taking it in and being present with the people that you're with. I remember having my website design spinning around in my head a number of years ago when I started blogging, and I was with my young ones and I was in touch with some other people, making contacts, having other responsibilities in that way. And I just found everywhere I was, I feel like I was somewhere else. My mind was somewhere else. And so what really helped me was these times of moving, times of really kind of like mind clearing sessions is almost what they were like when I would go on a walk. And I always felt so much better being able to release some of the things that would be stacking in my mind, because after a while, it definitely would paralyze me. And then I would just want to shut it all off and do some good old numbing behavior, binge some Netflix at night, or just totally dive into a puzzle with my kids. And hey, I don't regret that at all. I don't regret those times where I just unplugged from everything and spent that present time with my kiddos and really got to feel that sense of connection, because certainly they grow up fast, as they say, and I'm certainly experiencing that in my life. And so I really invite you into doing something like this for yourself. So getting a movement practice in to clear all of the different ideas out of your head, get them into some sort of voice note or typed note on your phone or on your computer, whatever, write it in a journal and just download everything. So it's there to free up space. And know this, you may never revisit some of those ideas. That has been my experience. I know that when I look back, sometimes I see ideas repeated because they've just been swirling in my mind. And I realize those things that have been swirling in my mind that I've not taken action on, but I've just been ideating about and they kept coming around again, those were the things I needed to prioritize and do first. Otherwise, my soul would not rest until I took action on them. That's how it was for my blog. That's how it was for some masterminds I started. That's how it was for starting this podcast even. And that's how it has been for my app. Now, fortunately, I have really started to dial in some wonderful practices to help me stay on top of those things and to feel more organized and actually more spacious in my consciousness so that I can be more present wherever I am, whether I'm in my meetings with people or whether I'm with my loves, and even when I'm with myself, just being able to take in nature. So this week, think about it. How are you feeling? How is your mind? Is it jammed full? And also do a little audit of what you are allowing into your mind space. I love to get a little email from this news source called Tip News, and it has a very kind of quick overview of what's happening in the world so I can see. But this keeps me from going through all of the different news sites and seeing what's happening in the world like in great detail, because let's face it, our minds can only handle so much information. And yet I like to be up on what's going on in the world and with my loves and with my friends. So then I also have a day of the week where I am actually connecting with people and reaching out in DMs and reaching out to reply to certain emails. I don't do everything every single day because it's just not sustainable. And the other thing is getting help is a wonderful thing. Having an assistant, having someone in your inbox when you're able to do that, and it may be sooner than you think, that will help you so much as well. So I'm going to talk more about this. There's so many ways that we can actually help you supercharge your action taking. But the first part is getting clear. So you got to get into your body to do that. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. And I just want to say there's a lot happening in my world with seasons. So make sure you go to the show notes to check it out. And if you haven't downloaded the app already at the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, please do so. You're going to be seeing some neat things in there continually being added, and be listening. There's going to be some fun events coming up. So looking forward to seeing you in there. And feel free to tag me on social media, share this if you felt it was helpful for you. And I'm just so grateful that you listened to these episodes. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you on Wednesday's episode. All the best.